plays games with Steve.
What? And Jay? Last Force Quick Box.
So off mic, Jay described rage against that twist. But Steve, how are your feelings on that twist?
It's, the best twists are the ones that you don't see coming.
Sure.
But also they got to make sense. I was realizing, because I'll say things like, so many things are going through my mind because also I have knowledge of the previous games. But I was trying to think, I don't know, like a twist has to be set up ahead of time.
Sure.
Because I was thinking, like, part of me at one point thought, is it Santa? And I'm like, no, that's dumb. Because I think you would at least have to bring Santa up in conversation at some points.
I agree. If it were a character like from a previous game, but they never mentioned it,
that's dumb.
Yeah, right.
Especially, and I know this is, it'd be dumb for this to be the first game, but you got to factor in, this might be someone's first game. First time playing this.
Maybe, but that would be
extremely,
I feel like this would be incomprehensible.
Right.
But yeah.
Movies, like, I think it's a little bit different, but for a $60 game, you might have to have that fail-safe in there. And then I was bringing up the whole Kyle thing. But then at the same time, I think I remember a friend saying, yeah, don't get your hopes up.
I just think like Virtue's Last Reward with like Ten Myoji being older Junpei, right? And I'm like, that's fun. I like that.
But that was also eventually they started having clues there with like the photo of Akane and stuff like that.
Not to say that, as you said previously, someone like there were lines that mentioned that, there was this wheelchair bound old man with Q Team.
I'm just trying to remember if there was any other.
But also, what's insane though is Q is the leader, but why did they let Sean, the stranger they don't know, be the one to make the decisions for them? Right?
I think, a lot of Sean's decisions are thrust upon him, like, who killed blank? Right? Eric's always like pointing a gun at him and shit.
Yeah, right? I guess so.
I've noticed a plot hole. The one with Zero's office. How does Delta get up and down those stairs?
What are you mean during the puzzle?
Yeah,
they probably just left him there.
They probably left him, yeah, unfortunately.
Wait.
But I thought we were behind but I thought he was behind the camera.
Wait, no. SungWon is Delta because he's just sitting there and we're just going up and down stairs and he's like thinking to us, not there. Like,
don't click that. That's not it. Oh my god.
How long I really have to pee
Maybe Zero is Kyle.
I do agree though, the biggest plot hole is the camera in that there should be, so that's just a thing. Again, I'm kind of like half and half about it. I don't think it is fully successful in its execution, but
it's not uninteresting.
It does make going, since this is my, I have not played this in fucking years, and I'm like re-experiencing and going, okay, there is setup for this. Like and it does make you kind of look at the game in an interest. It's like, oh, you're right. They never mention Q towards Sean ever. It's never. So it's when you guys rewatch this,
of course,
there's like at least 2 or 3 times where I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And there was a time one of you go, what? Like you were confused by a line. I forget which one it was, but one of you just like, what does that mean? And I was like, interesting. That's one. Okay. Yeah. So.
All right, Future J. Well, time to.
I don't think Future J will be swayed.
Yeah.
But I do think Future J will. It'll be like a begrudging. Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
I think it's interesting, and there's still more to come.
Sure.
For sure.
Right.
I think it.
This could have been done more successfully.
I think so.
I think if maybe Q Team's puzzles and cutscenes were very carefully framed so that it would be plausible. Like, oh yeah, this was always from someone's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe make that like that. Like, oh, you're right. Like everyone else's puzzles, go around the room, but these ones have always been like, I don't know, stationary, something like that. But anyway, I was just curious. It is a very divisive.
I'll save a lot of my thoughts for when the game is over.
Sure.
It's only, the twist is only a piece of the entire story.
Right.
Let's open this box.
Let's open this box. After.
Is this the button? Oh yeah, that's right. It's remote.
Time to decide.
3, 8. So wait, does that mean their force quit box was open because Delta just quickly wheeled himself over when they weren't looking? It's taking them way too long to open this box. Like,
They'll never figure it out.
like,
Your choice is made.
oh, it opened.
Now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
So where is this plug?
I think if we input the right numbers here.
What?
But wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop avoiding the question.
Do you even know what should go there?
The numbers are
What is it again? 6. Oh yeah, I have it written down too.
time to decide.
Okay, so 0, 4, 9, 1.
Your choice is made.
Yeah, the back of your head is farting. Oh my god! Oh my god, he doesn't have it. Are you kidding me? You're... Ah! Like zoinks!
Like zoinks, dude.
Mira's just like, that's pretty interesting.
Ooh.
Is your heart still in there?
Start cutting off heads now.
Yeah, I like that. Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How can I? I mean, it's a robot! Also, they've been standing for an hour and not connecting to the computer. Just do it already.
Is this better?
Yeah, now the shape brings out your eyes.
So, this doesn't freak you out or anything? At all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could have been a Martian for all I care.
I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
You don't have a heart.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
I meant it happened to me before. In the past, in another history.
Another?
I remembered everything. When I saw what I looked like earlier,
Just seeing him makes me mad.
Hello.
hello.
It's I, Delta.
You see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command, just like a remote-controlled toy. Did you know? A quantum state is one where all possibilities overlap and coexist. This quantum computer, then, is able to use this state and run, say, simulations A, B, and C simultaneously. Basically, my brain is in an infinite number of worlds and possibilities. So I can use that framework and...
Well, jump between other histories.
There's no way.
That I could do that? But it's possible that you two might be undergoing the same thing. There's a theory. Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain. It's called quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer. If a specific set of conditions are met, then you too can...
Jump to other histories?
That sounds like crazy talk.
You don't believe me?
Of course not.
Oh, I don't blame you. I guess I should explain everything then.
Please, start at the beginning.
Before I begin, I need to do one little thing. Fart again.
Again, you could have just done it while Eric was passed out in an hour. I don't understand.
What if his head rolled off that platform?
Yeah.
Oh no!
What did you just do?
Just a little something.
Nothing changed, huh?
That we could see.
That we can see.
Oh, but it looks like the message channel?
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. What does that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's something else. The key item...
The key items are...
A mother's mementos?
I wonder what those could be.
Okay. So this is saying we need to find them?
Does that mean they're hidden around here somewhere?
Even if that's true, I don't think we have the time.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
But Mira's not actually induced, right? Isn't that the whole spiel? That, like,
Yeah, she knows.
she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll fall. She's just really committing to the act and falling down every
no,
time.
she's still getting knocked out. But she's not given the drug that wipes her memory.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought she got the freedom to run around and kill.
no.
So, I mean, I guess, does that mean, yep.
No!
Is that the only new? Another? Oh, it's all the same. Oh!
Hey, it's a short one.
Thank God. We earned this. Oh, each one's an escape room. And
Final decision.
Oh. Somebody threw a TV.
Oh, shit.
Tommy?
Oh!
Is that Tommy?
Shocker!
Shocker! Shocker!
You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! Old Spider-Man clip. Anyway.
Looks like the memories we gained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Then...
I don't see no wheels.
Yeah. Carlos.
Akane. Junpei.
And
That's you.
Mira and Eric. And you're... Sean, right? Carlos, what happened?
I turned into misogynist. Proof of friendship.
What?
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back to memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the Murphy Generis field and downloaded all of them. Then you have the other history's memories too. Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
We're built different. Yeah, we didn't gain memories from other histories.
Yeah, we're in love. No, not that.
Then neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning? First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then I briefly turned off the communication network. That way I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean left us let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. I got the one with the bird on it. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrists and bracelet. Okay, now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then,
every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system, too.
he said he managed to cancel the forced sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team, then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
What? It was just an act! I was only pretending to do it to my sister, I mean...
We all heard that, right? We all heard that?
Carlos
used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. Look suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. Zero's like, oh boy, a fight. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You could see the result of our conversation.
Should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her. Oh yeah. Oopsie, I'm so clumsy.
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Mm-hmm. Even you, Mira? Okay. Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But wait, why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
That's probably...
You want to know?
Why does he also have a bracelet? Like what? Oh, because he's pretending.
Because he's pretending to, yeah.
Yeah. This fucking like fusion of Victor Fries and Steve Jobs.
Maybe
like
it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta.
Did nobody ask where I was?
There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
awkward.
It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct? Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive at this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many, many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances, much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact. Perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact. Within the morphogenetic field, I nailed it. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times.
Why is he pronouncing it like that?
One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer. No, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me in that we do not have the ability to shift.
You don't?
I have another power instead.
I haven't gotten
The power to mind hack.
mind hack.
Wait. No. No. What?
Mind bullets!
That's telekinesis, Kyle! I mean, Sigma. I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection...
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So, why did you do it?
You want to know?
I asked you, didn't I?
It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma. That was Mira, but
Wait, they're children? That's Junpei.
Okay.
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course.
Is that Akainu?
Yeah, it
Yep.
definitely is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. My voice I'm basing off the English version, though, so it's a different vibe. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods of that facility. Can you recognize what voice actor I'm trying to
That would
emulate?
mean you're
I mean-
actually...
You sound like Wesker.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm 124.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904? And then forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008 the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's what an old couple who are researchers took me in.
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold star. This is the reason I have my mind hacking abilities. That's why I was affected as well. You were born a shifter. Jordan. Do you recall what was written on your wall?
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
No one can do an anagram that quickly.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me here now would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you, my motives are complex, and I'm really cool.
I'm in.
Wait, there's more. Someone's screaming.
No.
Fuck you, you goddamn old man, said Jay.
Fine, no! Kia?
Oh shit!
Yes.
Just jumped in the air, not giving a fuck. Like, read this mine, you bag of nutsacks, and just like kicked him.
Oh shit.
It's over.
He could hack your mind.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this.
Nice
Put it in.
shoot.
You're a bluebird, too.
What does sound? That slap sound when she got it. It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing force quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Oh, what?
Oh no!
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay caramba!
What?
Oh no.
The hell? What is this?
What the fuck are you doing? He's hey, answer me. What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central command, central control
It's a
computer.
central control computer. Once the force quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Sean, access the morphogen.
Then what can we do?
I'll tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
No.
Why would you?
Oh, what the fuck? Look, guys, I've been joking this whole time.
him!
But, like, did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding.
Fuck him!
There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
That's, yeah.
You. It was fine, right?
Yeah.
No, that was Sean.
Sean.
You fucking monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
Oh, potty mouth.
So what's the other thing?
You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mine,
You've already said that. We already know that.
but I have not told you everything about it.
Well, why don't you blow his fucking mind?
Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mine.
Jay is not liking this.
It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
Shoot him.
Ow. You shot me, you a-hole. Guys, 10 minutes? We got the 10 minute.
Eric, why?
10 minutes solo.
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking. Understand now. This is my power.
You're still alive? Well, this isn't a mind hack.
So let's begin your final decision game.
Just turn it up.
You have two choices. Choices. One, to stay here and wait.
Wait to die. Sorry. Serious now.
Okay.
The other is... I didn't think of something. You're putting me on the spot. I'm sorry.
Do you want to do another Jordan?
Yeah.
Kobe.
The Delta, you want to wake up?
Dunk.
Hey, what's the other option? What's the other option?
My son is a creep. Our son is a creep.
Our son is a creep. But at least our daughter is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Listen, 1 out of 2 is not bad. 5 minutes until explosion.
I really can't be like, the good news is
What should
I
we do?
shot Gab. The other good news is
That's right. How exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now? I'm pretty good at that.
Actually, yes, let's do that.
Mira.
we know that you're a serial killer.
I have an idea.
What's this?
We're going to shift, all of us, together. Caps lock.
Hey, hold on, like jumping to another history?
But Eric and I...
Not a big loss. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh yeah, you said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is... to be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it. We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can... But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
We need to jump where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive? Do you mean? Wait, is this the beginning?
The history where we won the coin toss?
Three minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea. What are you saying? There's no way we could do that. Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
I call them con-shy. Yeah? And what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win. Don't you think that's unfair? Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to. If we shift to the history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss. You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
We're the poor Marty McFlys.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Aye, aye, aye.
1 minute until explosion.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history. So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Time to decide.
Oh shit.
Well, I think shift is the bad one. I think that we want to all die. So I think
I guess we'll find out.
yeah.
Choice is made.
This seems like a real like sacrifice yourself to save the world situation. What? What?
Go to the flow?
Aha.
Yeah.
Payoff 2.
Ah, more money. Damn. I can't remember anything.
Me neither. Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Someone?
What kind of bet?
did we all forget what happened?
Hey, can I ask all of you something? Who is this kid? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Delta's a fuck.
Milady. Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time, but
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
and the date?
How would I know? Hey, Mira, Eric, do you remember me, your best friend?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did?
It must have worked.
Life is unfair.
Oh yeah, I knew it. He's gonna fucking kill all of us now.
Don't you think?
Gab's alive though.
I always live. I will live forever.
You bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park.
Oh, shut up.
If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did.
What if they all just repeat the story for him?
Oh, that's my story.
And then, and then
that- stop.
He's like, okay, so I've told you this before.
Okay, yeah, sorry. How am I supposed to?
So what's the big deal? Would you just quit talking nonsense?
Hey guys.
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder. I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
They wouldn't believe you anyway.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind hacked you.
Oh god.
In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. I'm actually really nice. I make great s'mores.
It's like Avengers Endgame.
Can I be charged? Actually, yeah, for killing someone in another history. If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
And I'm looking at a bunch right now.
Yeah, some of you killed some people.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. That's why you are all burnt to a crisp in the sun. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. What? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Fine, I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
Get him.
Yeah. Where are you throwing me?
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic. A terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Fi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct over 6 billion dead.
No. You're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
He said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
I'm still a
Okay.
serial killer.
Me too, yeah. You
Mira.
guys know that? You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Okay, the power of Nakama.
Humanity's going to die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future. You're grounded. Why?
What's... is something funny? I can't tell.
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex, because I'm very complicated and mysterious. Imagine. What if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan. Without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with?
Yes!
Very well. I will give all of you one last choice.
Bang.
With that gun there, you'll be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
You're the main character, Carlos. Ooh.
Mountain of knowledge.
What do you only get to choose? Interesting. Or do we have to do the other ending?
We gotta do the other ending.
Probably. Okay.
Who's Akainu again?
That is Fumihiko Tachiki, but I don't know if he's in the credits. Because DC Douglas is not in the credits in the English. I think to avoid spoilers.
I see. Oh, it's not letting us skip.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing? Maybe the
Nothing.
control's not sleeping?
Nope.
Well, Jay really loves the mind hacking thing. Is it's too edgy, huh? Just like
There he is. Hey!
I think it's dopey as shit, too.
I think they could have just called like what it was, telepathy, and it's like, I call it mind hacking.
Not even just.
Not just also just that he has it.
Yeah,
is
it's
very
like
silly.
I was
Yeah.
born with another power. It's even cooler
It's
than
like,
shifting.
it's like an OC. Like I
Yeah.
can do mind hacking.
Yeah.
And I'm a genius.
So So this whole reason for him doing this is to ensure that him and Fire
Him and Fire are
and then
born.
he's saying like, hey, well now, since you all went through this experience together, now you'll be motivated to definitely catch the fanatic,
the religious
killer
fanatic,
guy.
which is I'm assuming is Dio, right? Or
Dio was a clone.
oh, okay, but like basically
yeah.
like whoever
brother.
Dio Prime is, yeah. So okay,
I
but,
totally forgot with like that guy being brother. I was like, because I think Zero talked about it at one point. I was like, oh, his brother, is that hinting at that's Delta, because Delta's the brother?
yeah. But I think so. Delta found a cult though, and he wants to be able to stop the fanatic cult leader. Right? Didn't Zero say that he was like, I am the founder of the Free to Soul cult?
Free to Soul.
Yeah, isn't that the cult, right? They're from
Yeah, right? That's what.
So he's saying he's like, I found the cult, but in the future there's someone who's leading the cult that's really bad.
Yeah.
And it's up to you guys to stop him. And
Why don't
I'm
you-
the good guy for making the scenario so that you guys can stop him.
Why don't you just not?
Form the cult.
Form the
Like,
cult.
yeah, like that's
Oh, but that's no fun.
That's no fun.
not
Oh my goodness.
mind hacking.
Mind
Oh
hacking.
Why don't you mind hack the person that says, I'm gonna send a nuclear bomb? Why don't you just be like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What about? Well, that's the thing. He said he couldn't figure out who it was. He said I don't know who it was, and so
they can?
So he was like,
It's up to you, the young people.
The reason why Radical 6 was dropped was that he was like, I can't figure out who is it, so I'm just gonna. There's a 75% chance that I might
Which
get
honestly,
him.
not even that good of odds.
Yeah, it really
75% sure, but
and he clearly doesn't do it
Well,
in
it
Virtue's
clearly-
Last Resort.
yeah,
So
the end of Virtue's Last Reward.
no, Virtue's Last Reward, I think it's implied it worked.
but Dio's still
no.
clone, right?
Because it's post like Sigma gets his robot arms and then a explosion happens. I think that was because it's post Radical 6, but then that happens. Yeah.
Okay. Man, could you imagine like the poor dudes at this that just got swapped? They're just kind of like, I don't remember what's going on. Why are we all out here?
Hey, why are we inside?
Who's this kid? Boom. What's going on? Boom. Like it's like shit. That's a very when people joked about Spider-Man No Way Home. At this point, if you haven't seen it, then I'm sorry. But like when sending we're sending the villains were plucked from their points in time before their death, and I guess are they being sent?
Even though Sandman didn't die in Spider-Man 3.
I know, right? And then are they being sent back exactly at the same point? So people did so many edits, or like Norman's like, oh, like what have I done? And then he gets sent back, and immediately the glider starts flying. He's like, oh no,
Doc Ock caused his own death. Spider-Man did.
So he just gets transported back into drowning in the Hudson River.
Didn't Spider-Man save Lizard? Didn't he cure him?
So I think it suggests that he might have died post, later on or something.
Something.
Yeah. But anyway, that's unfortunate. It's thanks to the support of our fans that this project was completed. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, the Zero Time Dilemma staff. Well, we thank you, Zero Time Dilemma staff, for reuniting the three of us to play this.
Okay.
The final.
Well, I guess my co-host right now don't.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm just trying to remember. Okay, so we did that.
Yeah, so we need to do bad ending of explosion, and it doesn't matter who we go to, right? So we need to go to final decision 2. We do this and then that, right? So we need to.
Wait, what?
Wait, why is it?
Wait, what?
Look at the whole flow chart for me.
Okay. Yes. Flow. Yeah, it's just that.
So it's the what you did, the don't shift, right?
Don't shift, and then hopefully something else opens up, I'm guessing. So. Wow, look at how much we did, Steve.
You did do a lot together.
Yeah. Wait.
So.
Okay, so we do that, but. So I guess there's got to be another ending, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess another ending will unlock. That question mark I tried to click on will unlock after we do explosion time. So. Okay. Oh no. Oh, mind hacking. Oh, so cool.
Don't you guys feel inspired now?
Inspired now. Don't you feel inspired?
Don't shift.
Your choice is made.
Mind hacking. I can't get over it.
With mind hacking.
We're just still going.
Yeah, this is the. Eric's like, oh, please let me be able to shift right now.
I'm a murderer.
2 worlds, 1 family.
Dahutore, welcome death, here we come.
Wait, that's the same explosion when I pressed that button as Diana, so I could have done that way earlier. So I saved the world from Radical 6 way earlier.
Yeah, no, we got the ending.
That's the ending?
So hold on. So I think there's something else we can look at. So go and save.
Because we should be able to choose, right?
So at this point,
Sup?
we have everything in the flow chart.
Yes.
Yes. So you can see why when I played this, I was like, really, that's the ending. But I believe there's something else we can't. How do you open up the actual menu?
Actual menu.
You know, like the bar with like, oh, read.
That's like in the game.
Oh, in the game. Okay.
Yeah. So we have. Is there a scenario? Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever. I believe there should be something else. That I think maybe even I didn't know about when I played it. So.
Oh, so this might be new for you too.
Might be a little bit of closure.
Go back. Gab?
Square. Yeah.
Why did you shoot Gab?
I don't get it.
Why did he shoot Gab?
Why did he shoot Gab?
A file for all
file.
Yeah.
It's like, because I'm cool.
Okay.
It was like,
here we go. So I think there's like epilogue stuff that like tells you, okay.
Wait, it's just text? That's all we get?
Yes, let's see.
I was wondering if we ever got stuff like this. We never.
Let's piece this together. So yes, the mom was
Eric's mom. Eric's mom goes jogging in the park.
Yes, and so she was killed by Mira.
Okay.
And then Akani's dad was the one who was accused. He died.
Okay.
The kid.
Wait.
There was a boy waiting for an operation.
Yeah. So
that was Sean.
Sean.
Yeah. So a bunch of them all got fucked over because of the snail.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I ever knew about any of this. There's like a whole
fan fiction of them like.
Yeah, okay.
Should we read all this?
Yeah, we should do it.
Okay. Okay, Post-Apocalypse 1.
You don't want to do it, Steve?
No, I'm just disappointed.
Wow.
So you got to understand, when I played this and that was the ending, him pointing the gun, I was like, this is the dumbest game I've ever played in my life. Which I'm not even saying it isn't, but I think my opinion of it has gone up a little bit. But it's a pretty disappointing fucking end.
I'm like, okay, so my writer brain is like, this isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not
on paper. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's actually like, in my mind as a cinematic experience, I'm like, this is actually fascinating, right?
Yeah.
After everything they went through, it's a moral dilemma of, do you punish or execute someone for something that
they didn't actually
happened?
do it in that timeline.
Right. Yeah. Right. Which is like fascinating. But for us as a game experience and this whole thing about persevering hope and working together to come to this, it's like, what was the point of anything in Virtues? And
well, Virtues was, the whole point of that was they sent them back to
here.
Stop Radical 6,
and
which they did.
Yes.
And
They did
by
stop.
stopping Radical 6, we basically the timeline of Virtues is not where we are at. Right.
So the people in Virtues still have to experience it, but they're like, hey, we want to,
see if we can.
like even though we can't be saved, we want to save the world.
Okay.
So it was saved, right?
Yeah.
And so at least there's that,
Sure.
And then it's almost implied, like, if there were a fourth game, which there won't be, it'd be like, all right, we're gonna go find that guy.
Oh,
But
the religious
obviously,
dude. Yeah.
At this point, they couldn't do it. So
So they added this in.
so let's go through this.
Okay.
Let's see who's the first person.
It's like Diana, right?
It's
So
Sigma, right? So Diana, that's the first line.
okay, this must be fate.
Fate?
Diana smiles weakly from the bed at Sigma's question.
Don't you remember? You told me that yourself.
Me? I never said that. It really was me, then.
Yes, the Sigma who was 67 inside.
Diana shifts her frail hand closer to Sigma, and he gently grasps it between his own. The Sigma before her is not the one who was trapped in the shelter. It's the same body, but a different consciousness. On April 13th, 2029, Sigma was at the headquarters of Crash Keys, his eye and arms replaced with robotic ones. There, the young Sigma returns to his body from 45 years in the future and begins to carry out Akane's instructions.
How many years has it been since you came here, Diana?
A little over 3, I think. I followed you here in May 2029.
A violent coughing fit takes over after she speaks. Sigma helps her sit up and softly pats her back until it subsides.
Why didn't the medical pod work?
I told you. It's fate.
Diana's skin is deathly pale, but her eyes still shine with life, just like a child's. I think Diana.
I think it's Diana.
Yeah.
I've always dreamt of coming here. Did you know that Diana is the name of the goddess of the moon? I've wanted to do this ever since I was little, so I'm perfectly fine with dying here.
What are you saying?
I've been able to spend the last 3 years living with you, Sigma. I've treasured every moment.
Sigma lowers his head, his expression pained.
Please, how is it?
Was that
Diana.
Please don't make that face. You don't need to be sad. In the year 2074, you will shift back to Christmas 2028, and the next day...
Old me will head to the decom facility in the Nevada desert and meet you.
Diana nods. Sigma closes his eyes and shakes his head.
That's not it. I mean, I'm in love with the you.
His declaration stops as Diana's lips close over his in a kiss, and the rest of his words are lost. After a moment, Diana murmurs,
It must be a wonderful future. The future where we found each other. In 2028.
Sigma holds on to her tightly. Aching, heartfelt sobs echo within a cold, silent world. Okay, so there's that.
So basically, Diana dies of like some early disease.
Which we know about because
the Luna story, right?
And Sigma has the robot arms and all that shit.
Yeah, at this point, right?
Yeah.
So
All right, Carlos payoff. The day is bright and clear. A girl in a white dress strolls along the beach, the wind tossing her long blonde hair playfully. Up until a half a year ago, she had been confined to a bed. Carlos's eyes still tear up every time he sees her smile.
come on, Carlos. You don't always have to help me. That's the point of my rehab.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Maria.
Carla brushes her hair out of her face. It's definitely not the summer sun that's making him act out of sorts. It's the fact that his sister is here standing before him. Maria grins up at him.
What would Akane and Junpei say if they saw you being all fussy like this?
It's fine. They understand how important you are to me.
Both you and Junpei put your lives on the line.
That was a different history. But going through that means we know how to treat reverie syndrome.
I can't believe we have the ability to jump through space-time.
I'm just glad you're able to control it now.
It's all because Carlos met Akane and Junpei that Maria was able to recover. He wishes he could show them just how well she's doing.
You're thinking about them right now, aren't you, Carlos?
What makes you say that?
Because you're smiling.
Carlos closes his eyes as his unconscious smile turns fond.
You're just about your age. Kind of feels like I gained a brother and another sister.
You are going to their wedding, aren't you?
Yeah. And you're coming with me.
And Pascal, he never changed. But there is something Carlos needs to do first. Back when the three of them parted ways,
I'll be waiting to hear word from you when you locate the terrorist. That terrorist.
Carlos held his right hand out toward Akane and Junpei, and the other two grabbed onto it with their own. There was no way of knowing if Delta was telling the truth, but if he was, one fanatic would kill off all of humanity. Akane and Junpei vowed to find this person, and Carlos offered to help. He can still feel the strong bond between the three of them, their hands clasped together tightly.
Suppose I better get used to talking more before the wedding, huh?
Holding her hair out of her face, Maria reaches out to her brother, who takes her hand in his, and they continue walking down the beach. The same blue sky above them stretches over friends Carlos knows he can rely on. Junpei sits upon a white sofa. You read the narrator, Steve.
Junpei sits upon a white sofa somewhere within the secret location of Crash Keys, twiddling a pen and sighing.
What else should I say?
Laying on the table in front of him is a half-written letter. Suddenly, Akane pops up behind him.
What are you doing, Junpei?
Gah!
She playfully teases. Junpei dives for the letter, but she snatches it from his fingers and begins reading.
Let's see. Carlos, without you, Akane and I would have never gotten together. Thank you. Is this an invitation to the wedding?
No.
He's not invited.
It's most definitely not.
He makes a grab for the paper, but Akane quickly moves it out of his reach.
It's just a progress report.
Junpei mutters.
Okay, yeah, I mentioned the wedding, but the date hasn't been set yet. I made a promise to you and your brother. We wouldn't get married until we've dealt with the fanatic.
Akane's face flushes bright red. She hastily Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Akane's face flushes bright red. She hastily hides her face behind the letter and goes back to reading.
I'd like nothing more than to get the approval and blessing of our old friends, and those of you we met 6 months ago.
Eyes wide, Akane glances up at Junpei. He avoids her gaze, awkwardly scratching the back of his head.
Is this...
You know,
This
This is Junpei.
Okay. You know, there's a history where I keep searching for you, even after I'm old and craggly. It still exists out there somewhere, and when I think of that...
Sharp pain jolts through Junpei's face. Akane is pinching his cheek.
Ow, that hurts. What are you doing?
To prove to you that this isn't a dream.
Truth!
Proof truth. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Akane giggles.
You still can't believe we're together like this?
Junpei shakes his head.
You've changed a lot, Junpei.
A half a year ago, you were a real dick. It's like, how do I want to describe it?
Like a dream?
Huh?
Junpei leans in and quickly pinches Akane.
Oh, no, you done it, Mickey!
She darts forward and goes after Junpei with both hands, getting in a pinch wherever she can. And Junpei does the same. Once they start laughing, that's when Akane brings in the steel chair. Then they start like tossing around, going through drywall. It's very hard to stop.
shit.
And they keep going until they're out of breath.
These two would make an unbearable couple tweets.
Yeah.
I guess this is all thanks to Carlos, too.
That's why I'm writing that thank you letter.
On Akane's left hand, a ring glitters on her ring finger.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Why is there 3 for the... Oh my god.
This is Eric.
Hey Mira, how are you feeling? Are you lonely?
Come on, Eric. You visited last week.
Eric smiles wryly and reaches out to Mira with his left hand. Mira does the same, and their hands with matching silver rings align on either side of the plexiglass
Oh my
window.
god. I brought a new guest to see you today.
Eric shifts to the side and a head pops into view. Mira.
You're...
Hi, Mira. Long time no see.
It's Sean, right?
Yep, I'm happy you remembered.
Behind Mira, the sun is... I'm sorry, this is you.
Behind Mira, the sun is shining through an iron-barred window, lighting up the visitor room.
It's been a long time, Sean. It's good to see you.
The smile that appears on her face is real. Mira no longer needs to plaster on a fake one.
When I heard you
turned yourself in, I was really surprised.
Eric was the one who convinced me. He said I should pay for my sins so we could be together.
So that's why I got married in jail.
Eric ducks his head shyly.
Are you sure you're okay with this?
Mira asks. He looks at her in confusion. Mira.
Don't you regret marrying me? I did carve your heart out in another history. Isn't that what you said, Sean?
Yeah, you did.
Eric looks Mira straight in the eye.
I've already told you this a bunch of times.
I'm the world's ultimate simp.
I forgive you, no matter what happens. Besides, you haven't killed me in this history yet, right?
Yet.
Mira's lips twist wryly.
But the Heart Rippers killed people already. So many.
Sean, stop it.
Eric turns angrily on Sean, and Mira's face falls into a frown. But Sean continues speaking. You turned yourself in, Mira, but that doesn't mean you've paid for all the crimes you did. I doubt the family and friends that were left behind would forgive you, even if you were put on death row. There's no way you can clear your sins here.
Mira grits her... Oh, sorry.
No, you can take it, yeah.
Mira grits her teeth.
But there is a way to clear them. Well, not what you've already done, technically. You have to pay for those your whole life. That will never change. But maybe you can, in another universe...
Jesus Christ.
Suddenly,
Sean's fist crashes through the plexiglass window.
Mira. Mira jumps backward while Eric is frozen in shock.
What
That's
are you?
Eric.
Oh, yeah.
What are you?
Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks the outside wall of the visitor room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole. An alarm immediately starts blaring and police officers rush into the room, but Sean darts forward and takes them all down in a blink of an eye. He holds his hand out to Mira. Let's go.
Go where?
I know where the transport is being stored.
You're saying we should go change history?
Eric finally stutters.
Oh.
Sean nods. To stop young Mira from committing murder. Mira, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can clear your sins.
Mira stares out through the hole in the wall.
What the
horizon
fuck?
Standing beyond.
I'm sorry, she doesn't deserve redemption.
She absolutely doesn't. And also,
I hate Eric.
and Sigma and Phi don't get anything?
Are you serious? Wait. Nothing.
Is that it?
That's the game. Okay, well, here's something. Oh no, there's another Phi. She's the one who then became a brilliant scientist.
A brilliant scientist. That's it.
Dude,
That's fucking it.
are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
That's it.
Oh boy. Well,
The notary game.
Dude, okay.
I loved you.
I can't believe Sean, Eric, and Mira get 3
Yeah.
pages.
I was about to say, I'm like, why is Mira well, golly gee, gang, we did it.
Dude, when she's like, oh, like, I guess this is the timeline where they all shifted, right? So Mira and Eric have the shifting ability, right? So
Yeah.
they now have it, but they don't have the memories of the other timelines before that, only the last one, right? But still, I'm like, a serial killer has the ability to jump through time.
And does no one else remember when Mira clearly killed
Everybody?
Everybody?
Yeah, I don't understand. And I'll be honest, like, why were Mira and Sean essential to Delta's plan?
Sean is the robots carrying people around.
I'm sorry. Mira and Eric.
Mira
Mira and Eric.
Why was Eric essential to the plan? And because I was like, is he like Dio Prime? Like, I kept thinking that the whole time, but I was like, no,
Yeah.
okay, he's.
Let me ask, Eric, who the fuck is you?
Well, the connection he has is what? That he was the son of the...
Yeah, okay, but that's specifically Mira's story. Mira is a collaborator. Why was she a collaborator? What about her? Like Delta was like, I need someone to help execute my plan. Oh, this person also happens to be a serial killer. I guess I could 2 birds, 1 stone, get her to work for me
Is
for
Mira
free.
meant to kind of so that there would be deaths, so there would be a lot of jumping around?
Yeah, I think that's
I
part
think
of it.
because
yeah.
no one necessarily. I guess because Eric kind of has some bloodlust too, and he has some backstory. I don't give a shit
And also, I guess
about.
his arrow is also cuckoo bananas, so it's like it's just gonna lead to more and more.
Okay, so just having someone, the idea of like
you need someone who's gonna be dangerous.
epigenetics, genetics, yeah. So
Okay,
which is a real thing. So,
I guess now we're we're just like doing post game thoughts.
Well, yeah, I mean we're done. I mean,
Yeah,
it's so. Yeah, my biggest problem with this game, honestly, is the end and how it. And I didn't even know about these epilogue things. So the first time I was playing, I was like so mad. I was like, "That's how we end this entire trilogy."
And like the guns handed to
Carlos.
To Carlos. And no offense, Carlos, you are no Sigma.
Yeah. If anything, it should be given to Phi. Or somebody, with more.
It really felt like Phi was kind of like, because Phi was taking out of the story so much.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And what's a shame is like what really warmed me up to Sigma was he was truly himbo.
Right.
Like he, he was lovable, but then he was dumb. He was a little perverted. He had his flaws, but he had his pros and his cons.
Yeah.
Carlos feels way too Boy Scout. Like,
Yeah.
to the point where it's just unnatural.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how
there's-
much he talks about his sister.
Yeah, like there's no. I mean, there's attempts to humanize him, but there's not a whole lot of like. I don't know. I can't really relate. He's way too creepy about the sister thing.
Oh yeah, and then his plan. I mean, it was creepy, but like the fact that it was all for naught and Delta could read minds. I just kept thinking Delta being like, "Wow, Carlos, that was kind of weird." Like you're
With the
like the pretend,
misogyny.
like the pretend assault, like you know. And Delta just knew the whole time. So like Carlos, like, wait, you knew? He's like, yeah, I let that happen. Your plan was stupid. But I don't know. For me,
And then I feel like the extra insult is no Phi Sigma section here.
yeah.
Like Carlos gets his own.
What about Diane? Yeah. Oh, I guess.
No, it was Diana and Sigma.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well,
That's
Phi Sigma Diane. I guess you would assume, they're a family now, and maybe they go do crash keys and go in. It really is definitely this game almost never happened. They didn't have enough time. They wanted to do like a fourth game, and then it never happened. So it's something where I look at this and I go, I'm glad it was made.
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists. I'm glad we get some kind of closure to the,
Sure.
Virtue's Last Reward sort of cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Is it a good or a satisfying resolution? Not really.
I will
it's
say-
all right. I'm not.
Yeah.
This kind of helps a little bit, although I don't care about Akane and Junpei getting married. I would much rather know about Sigma Phi Diana.
They're the best. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And what's the shame was this wasn't even like the fun Sigma. I think it's kind of like, well, Carlos has got to be the everyday like himbo.
Right. This is the serious, old Sigma.
I went around treating him like he was Buzz Lightyear in this game.
Yeah.
Like that's how I thought. But like, because in Sigma couldn't be the same, so Sigma had to be like the more.
Well, because it's literally it's not the same Sigma,
No.
right? The Sigma in the past, his young Sigma got sent into old Sigma's body.
Yeah.
And then old Sigma goes into young Sigma's body.
So, but he still loses his arms. Does that still happen, or is that a future that could happen?
That's a future that could happen.
Okay, yeah.
In this new future they've established, it's implied that it's not going to go the way that,
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not
it
going
seems
to
like-
get married till after Crash Key, or after we get.
But wait, but in the
But it seems like Luna still. Diana still dies.
yeah, like that. They're the Diana post-apocalypse. Yeah. Oh, so this.
No. This is they're talking about before Zero Time Dilemma.
Yeah. So this is the Virtues timeline.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is their ending.
This is the Virtues. Yeah.
It's
So
like-
so no, he doesn't have the robo
I
arms.
will say, like, of all these characters, the standout for me was Diana.
Diana was.
I think
yeah.
I like Diana the most.
Diana was surprised me.
She was the heart.
Yeah, I like Diana. Okay, so it's coming from someone who does not like Zero Escape.
Right.
As I was going through this game with you guys, I was kind of like, huh. Like, I don't know. This is fun. I'm kind of into this. This is engaging. I'm pretty into this story.
Yeah.
And then
Mind.
mind hack. I'm just kind of like,
It
okay,
really goes
like,
off the cliff.
What's going on
Because
here?
I was given the benefit of the doubt with the whole Q thing was there the entire time, but he's such a putz,
Yeah.
Oh, he's sucks. He's not like he's like okay. So Phi and Delta got sent to the past, and then but Phi got sent forward again.
But may I ask, who was the younger brother he was referring to when
Left.
he was Zero?
You remember Left?
Yes.
Left is the guy that Dio got cloned from.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's his brother.
Oh, so Left is the original.
So in Virtues, I'm pretty sure it's in Virtues. They talk about like, a brother who's Delta.
Yeah.
His younger brother. Do you remember this? He was like murdered, and then the police covered it up. And so that's why that Delta made Free the Soul, because he was, pissed at the world, right? And then he's like, I'm gonna make an army of lefts.
Of lefts.
Yeah.
So Dio's a clone of lefts.
So that's the younger brother thing.
Yeah.
Which it's easy to forget. And then so then it's like this Delta is like, all right, well that version of me did this. I'm gonna do all these sadistic games to make sure that yes, I'm still born and Phi is still born and whatever. But I'm gonna make it so that Radical 6 doesn't happen.
Okay.
I will say, I don't mind the way it played. I think we had a lot of fun bouncing around to the different scenarios.
Yeah.
I like that instead of kind of just always just looking at a flow chart. Not saying the flow charts in the previous games were ever bad. He did.
Well, we're in a scene right now.
Yeah. I didn't mind. I enjoyed the team aspect. I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
Jumping back and forth instead of just going to timeline, instead of like, well, let's go to this, like, let's go with these people instead.
Yeah,
it was something new, and I appreciate that.
Sure.
The cutscenes, not ideal, but not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I was going in this game because I made sure I didn't look up like next to nothing about this.
Right.
I didn't even know it was gonna be like 3D cutscenes.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be like still images.
Yeah. So maybe it was a little better than what you were expecting.
Yeah. So it was at least a little more cinematic for me.
Yeah.
I don't hate this game. I'm just feeling like the first session we did, I was like, man, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
This last session, I'm not like bored. I'm just like there's like a tension in my brain, and I'm just kind of like, man, like I just wish it landed.
Yes.
Like Steve,
What's up?
I wish like My Hero Academia, I wish this landed better. Like there were so many good things in here.
Yeah.
The final pieces, there were a lot of good things in there.
It's like I was enjoying that beginning.
And then it just kind of like the logic is there, it makes sense, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's just not satisfying.
yeah.
Also, a lot of the characters in this game are really like milking goodwill from the previous games. I think if I didn't know who Sigma was previously, I don't think I would have liked Sigma at all in this, especially Junpei. And Akane feels very bland in this game, but knowing like, no, she's like, she's thrown like a bunch of these together already. She's a very smart cookie.
Yeah.
So like, and like Eric, I'm like, who the fuck is you, Eric?
Eric, Mira, and Sean
There's
are
nothing redeemable about
like-
Eric. I kind of feel bad that, I don't know, like shitty family situation, but what a simp.
I honestly, I wish Eric just didn't look like the way he did, because I'm like,
Designs are rough.
I mean, one,
It doesn't help that, he's wearing those corduroy pants. Like, is he wearing a corduroy jumpsuit too? Because he's also wearing a corduroy collar shirt.
Well,
he's very plain.
he works at an ice cream shop. He can't dress himself. No, but like,
he's
but like,
very plain looking.
I just, Eric just kind of like, I get his function. I get what kind of character he is.
You're totally meant to like hate him.
But I don't care about like, I don't care about him at all.
Is like, there's nothing redeeming about Mira.
Yeah, Mira. There's no reason for Mira to be a good
there's
person.
other characters that are cruel to you, but like at least like like Alice in Virtue's Last Reward eventually has her backstory. Yeah, and she's fun. Mira is very just. Yeah, I'm the hot one.
Yeah, she doesn't get any redemption.
No redemption. Sean, is
Sean-
he's a sweet little guy.
Sean's just for mascot purposes, whatever. I don't like Sean's character and story. I'm kind of like, oh, you are a vehicle for me to feel bad for you. Like, I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, that's everyone's had a still image of a background and then sad music.
I thought
Backstory.
Carlos would have won me over a little bit more, but he was just very bland.
Vanilla.
He's just God. He was him standing in front of that American flag. It could have been any more white meat baby face. You know.
I will still say though, Akane Junpei redesign I like a lot better than their normal designs personally.
Yeah, their designs I think are better.
And I think Fi's is fine. It's
Fi's
no
is good.
virtues less.
I don't
No.
mind Sigma's either, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sigma's is fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't have as good hair though.
But I think again, all the returning characters basically got a chance to be get a good design because they had something to work off of.
Yeah, but the others are pretty meh.
Yeah, that's why I was like looking at how boring Eric looked. I was like, is he Dio? Like, is he left or whatever? Like,
the problem is like, and I realized they probably couldn't afford what's their name to like design new characters, or maybe they want to go a different direction. But what really kind of got some of those characters over for me was some of those over-the-top designs. Like, like Lotus, like, what the hell is this? But I remember Lotus.
Yeah,
that was like a design that's etched in my head.
Clover, like, what the hell happened to Clover?
7, the original.
Well, Clover's stuck in the future.
Well, they're trying to get back.
Oh, wait, is that what it is? Like, she
and Alice are in the future.
But they, at the end of the game, they said,
they're like working on something.
There is a way.
Yeah. They're
okay.
back.
Okay, and then
Samurai Jack, yeah.
I don't know what that might be.
Okay. Well, we'll never know.
And then there's characters we'll never hear from again, like Snake. And
But I mean, at this point, what purpose do we need? I think at the end of the day, though, I think we can all agree this version of us playing it this way made this way more enjoyable than it would have been.
Oh yeah, way better than the other histories.
Yes, this timeline where we got Jay to return and play this together and do all the voices and you two worked on the puzzles. It was very satisfying watching you two do the puzzles like really well.
Yeah.
Because if either of you had to play this on your own, I think you would hate this game way
Probably.
I think so. Yeah.
because I had to play it alone and I was like. But now that I've experienced this with both of you, I'm like, you know, it's still a flawed game, but I can look upon this more fondly now.
Yes.
So, thank you, Jay. Jay's gonna stick around. Woo! Because we're gonna play this game again from the beginning.
Oh no!
No, we'll play some other stuff before Jay has to go. So join us tomorrow for some more Jay time.
Yay!
And Zero Escape, it comes to a close. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Shout out to Gab.
Shout out to Gab.
Love you, Gab.
Love you, Gab.
There's a boy.
Yay!
There's a boy.
Yay!
Wait, Gab didn't get a text ending.
Oh, fuck this game.
Oh
This
my
game's
god,
a
fuck this.
piece of
Actually, I
shit.
hate this. I
Ever.
hate this.
Look at this disc. I'm chucking it.
Hate it.